We have a barista as a coworker, Mackenzie.
Yes.
She often takes pity on me and just like, give me that. It makes me, because I'm horrible at any sort of like making something with a shot of coffee. No, I can do a pot of coffee.
She helped me also because I was doing just the double espresso shot, one of these Nespressos, and she's like, Joel, what are you doing?
I don't know.
I don't know. She's like, you have 20 seconds before the shot is dead. To get it in.
You should tell people that.
Yeah, why do I not know this? I like coffee.
Right?
Yeah.
What kills it? Is it the air? Is it suffocating in air?
Yeah, do I need to help it? By drinking it?
CPR? Well, how do I help?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Get Real. I am one of your hosts, Joel Van Amersbergen. I'm here with
your other co-host and friend, Sara Nelson.
And
we're a couple of pastors.
We are, yeah, and we follow Jesus and want to continue following him better and grow in that and grow deeper.
And we want our faith to feel relevant and applicable to every area of our life.
Yes. Yeah.
And so we want to spend time with you talking about things of faith in ways that we would actually talk to our next door neighbor, our coworkers, or our kids.
Yeah, you might say we like to just get real about it.
You could say that. I think that's a good thing to say.
That's brilliant.
We should make that the name of the podcast.
Hey, that's a good idea.
So today we are doing a one-off special podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the only one of its own.
For now.
A standalone, is that what you call it?
I think so. You just did, and I liked it.
A special.
A special. Oh, a special.
Yeah.
We should get like the old CBS. Remember the star? What was it?
The star, right?
With like the old 70s effects, like.
Ooh, yeah.
With the little sounds.
If you are old enough to know that, you're older than me, and you have that in your brain now. You're welcome.
That hurt. That's the truth. But we have discussed, I grew up with much more TV than you.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so good and bad on both sides of that, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. You have the cool, as we were just saying, you have the cool culture background.
Yes.
And I have like the classic nerdy background.
Yeah, right before we hit record, we were talking about something. I don't remember what it was, and both of our brains went to like, whoa, that totally sounds like a title. And we're like, yeah, and I'm like a Led Zeppelin song.
And I was like, no. Like J.R. Tolkien's poems.
Oh, yeah. And then we were like, we're very different in our upbringings. Cool.
And that's why we have fun.
Yes, and that's why we're here. And so, I mean, honestly, that's a great lead in too, because that's where how Jesus meets each of us, right?
Yeah.
And how we follow him is going to look a little bit different based on where we've come from and all that. And so,
we celebrate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Jesus is filtered through all of my weirdness and upbringing and
all of your Led Zeppelin and all of my fantasy novels.
Yeah, all of your orcs and all of my Jimmy Page guitar licks. It's great.
That's right. So today's one-off special is coming straight from our very own Pastor Joel.
Me!
And I'd love to have you tell us, what are we talking about today?
So today we're going to talk about something that everybody wants. Mm-hmm. There is this thing in life that everybody wants. Most people talk about, and they don't even think about they're talking about it. And we all think that we'll eventually get there. But it just seems to be kind of like a carrot dangled in front of us where we're just, it continues to move.
Feels right there, just out of reach.
Yeah. Like, oh, just a little bit more and I'll get there. Oh, just a little bit more. And it just keeps moving as we move. And that subject is rest. Rest. And we're not talking today about sleep rest. We're not just saying go take a nap rest.
Although that's always a good choice.
Oh, yes. Love Sunday afternoons for me are nap times.
Best naps of the week.
So great, right? Yeah. And that's part of it, but what we're talking about today, but that's not everything that we're going to hit. We are just talking about this soul rest.
Yeah.
And there's a specific point in scripture that Jesus talks about it. And maybe you know the verse. It's been one that I have latched onto for years because I love the promise that's in it. And that is Matthew 11:28-30.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that. And we're going to relate it to what it means for each of us, because I really think that so many people are just tired, and we're all tired in different ways. If you have little kids, you're tired because,
Physically.
yeah, if you have a job, you're tired. If you follow the news, you're tired. We're all tired in these different ways because life is just,
Exhausting.
yeah. And it's really easy to get to that place where we feel discouraged or feel kind of hopeless with that. And that's not a good place to be in.
No,
Yeah.
sometimes life feels like I'm on a hamster wheel that just has no off button.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. This is terrible coffee.
He
Yeah.
we surmised that it
Squirrel.
might be before we started, and he's like, it'll be fine. How bad is it, Joel?"
Yeah. It's the Nespresso, and I don't understand what any of those words mean.
Nope.
Like Doppio and I don't
Dopey
know.
is the name of a dwarf.
Yeah, maybe that's why I shouldn't get that one. But I don't know what they are. And so this one, I hit the button and it poured me like a little. I'm like,
It's
okay, I
a
guess that's a
shot.
shot. And so then I put way more water than I needed.
Ooh.
Anyway,
You tried to make an Americano
I did,
without the right proportions.
or any supervision. And here we are. I
We
am
have
reaping the benefits of my lack of preparation.
we have a barista as a coworker, Mackenzie.
Yes.
She often takes pity on me and just like, give me that. It makes me, because I'm horrible at
Oh,
any sort of like making something with a shot of coffee. No, I can do a pot of coffee.
same.
And I think that's where my age shows.
I guess, yeah, because I'm there. She helped me also because I was doing just the double espresso shot, one of these Nespressos, and she's like, Joel, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. She's like, you have 20 seconds before the shot is dead
Which
to get it in.
you
Yeah,
should
like,
tell
what?
people that.
Yeah, why do I not know this? I like coffee.
Right?
Yeah.
What kills it? Is it the air? Is it suffocating in
Yeah.
air?
Yeah, do I need to help it by drinking it?
CPR? Well, how do I help?
So here's your other side note. If you need to know, which you do, apparently, if you brew just a shot of coffee, you have, I think, 30 seconds to either get cream or water in it.
It
Otherwise,
needs fluids.
I guess so. Otherwise, it's
It's a fish.
dehydrated. Yes, your coffee is a fish. What are we talking about? This is the best.
Our brains don't rest. But
Yeah,
you might want to.
yeah, ADHD right here. Yeah, rest? Nope.
Nope.
It's funny and true and sad.
So
So-
if you too rely on coffee to get you through the day, this episode is for you and me.
Yes, because we all need rest. And so we're going to unpack this verse today, Matthew 11:28 and 30 through 30, and just look at what was Jesus saying, what was he not saying,
Ooh.
and then as we really try to do with all scripture and everything is figure out how to apply that to our lives in general. And our hope is that you can figure out how to apply this to your life.
As we also, because we won't tell you to do something we aren't willing to try ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. We are coming, like, this is all level ground here. So we are just, the only thing we have over you is these large microphones that obscure parts of our face.
And access to some really nerdy Bible software.
Yep. Yeah. So I need to apply this as much as anybody. And if I'm honest, I'm feeling kind of towards the end of my
Struggle?
no rope. I'm definitely feeling some of those signs from my emotions and my brain saying
Or
like, hey,
Holy Spirit?
yup, probably.
I like watching the light turn on behind your eyes, just like,
Ding!
oh!
If we listen very closely, there's probably a little ding that happens there. But totally, I'm feeling, yeah, so I'm feeling this is a rich one for me today too, because I'm feeling prompted to like, hey, you need to slow down.
Yeah. Well, let's dive in. Let's start
Yeah.
with reading the passage.
Would you like to read it for us today?
I would love to. I'm
Read
going to
it
go nice and slow.
Yeah, slowly, so we can picture Jesus saying this.
I feel like there should be some lo-fi music in the background.
Oh, I can do that.
Nice.
There you go.
All right, Matthew 11:28 through 30. Then Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light." I don't know about you, but I've heard this verse a lot
Same.
through my life.
Yeah.
And I like everything about it. It gives good, very warm blanket, chicken noodle soup vibes.
Yeah.
And I don't I don't like how oftentimes when I've been preached at with this verse, no one tells us how to do the things.
Yeah, yeah, and we'll have some thoughts today on that, but really, I think part of that it's up to us to consult with the Holy Spirit and allow Him to show us what things we need to drop, what things we
Mm,
need to change. I think, but I know what you're saying though. We
yeah.
need some guidance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you said we're going to start with first just acknowledging that one, this is super hard. Like, sometimes the Bible is very clear and direct, right? Like,
hmm,
hey, stop doing all the other things your own way or the world's way. Come do the things Jesus's way and it will be good.
yeah,
That is simple to understand.
yeah. Like the Ten Commandments: don't murder.
And
Oh,
don't
gotcha.
covet.
Don't covet. Oops, but
Uh,
got it right. We
yeah,
we understand. Yeah,
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
That is easy to read. And how the frick do we use this in real life?
Yeah, like what? Yeah, because we look at it, we're like, yes, Jesus. Yeah, totally. Come to me. Okay. How?
It is logical that the Prince of Peace is where you go for rest.
Yeah. How do I get there?
Um,
What things do I do to
yeah,
get there?
because I don't know how to not do.
Hmm.
So how?
Yeah. And I don't know, this may be in some of your church growing up. And, oh, okay. So I don't want to poo poo on anybody from my past. I really don't mean
No.
that because it really was the culture that we grew up in. But I really feel like in a lot of my growing up, the answer was just you just need to come to Jesus.
Yeah. Which, yes, I agree. Also, that doesn't help me.
Yeah, you just need to submit. I, yeah, absolutely. Help
How?
me. Like I feel like Jairus. You quoted it in the one of the latest episodes where he's
Yeah.
like, "Yes, I believe. Help my unbelief." I
Yes.
like, "Yes, Jesus, I want to come to you, and take your yoke upon me. Help me. I really don't know what to do." Yeah.
Yeah. All of this makes sense. I want to do all of the things.
Mhm.
And can you please give me IKEA instructions on how to do it?
Yes, and do you have the little tool too?
Right?
Yeah, that
Can
would
I
be
have
great.
access to the tools, the materials, a buddy to help me so I don't have the shelf fall upon me?
Yes. Do you know what IKEA does now?
Hmm.
Um, apparently this coffee's strong, but IKEA, you know, their little hex wrenches that they have,
Yeah.
they provide a little plastic handle
Yes, they
extender.
do. So
It's
your
so
hands don't
great.
die.
Exactly. Yeah. My knuckles would get ground and my hands just get like, they would just hurt. But now there's a handle.
Did
So
you know
great.
it wasn't until I was like 38 that someone told me that you can use an electric screwdriver
Oh, game
to do
changer,
that?
huh?
And I felt like everyone around me for my entire life had been laughing at me. So if you too feel like everyone's laughing at you as you struggle to find rest, let's talk about the tools that are available to you.
Yes, right back into it because, and here's the hard truth that we want to bring up in the beginning, and we're gonna reevaluate too afterwards. Why don't we feel rest?
Mm.
One of the reasons I brought this up is I have not yet arrived, but I had a very specific moment when I was dealing through depression that I remember driving. I was going down Badger Road. I was going west, but I remember being out there driving somewhere among all the farm fields and just stressed and sad. And I had this immense pressure, this emotional weight, and it was all consuming, but it was not tied to anything, right? This amorphous weight on me. And I was just really tired coming to the end of, Lord, I don't know what to do with all this. And I remember that verse came to mind, and I remember asking God, where is this rest you talk about?
Mhm.
I I don't claim to be perfect, but like I believe this scripture here, but I am not feeling this rest, yet I believe that it's somewhere. So
Yeah.
where is this and why am I not getting it? And I dare say I'm not the only person who has asked that question,
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to address. Like, why don't we feel it sometimes? Um, and I think honestly, looking back, I think part of it is feeling that pressure is what God uses to help heal us,
Mm.
because it's not like He's gonna just like magical boop with His wand and make it all go away. There is work that we have to do,
Yeah.
right?
God's goal is not just like, hey, your life is easy.
Yes. Yeah.
Instead, it's transformation and growth and becoming agents of goodness for the world,
Mm-hmm.
which means that I might have to let go of some habits or desires, and not for so that I'm a suffering, submissive human,
No.
but so that the whole world can all have a good time together.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't get there without working
Mhm.
and without doing some things. I think of the butterfly in a cocoon. It's
Yeah.
such a great analogy. The butterfly has to struggle to get out of the cocoon. If it doesn't, if you go and just cut it open, it'll die.
Yep.
But it has to because it does things like it gets,
Muscles and
yeah, blood.
I don't
Do
know.
insects have blood?
They are juicy when I squish them. I don't know what you expected me to say there, Joel.
I don't either. Fair. Yeah, it's fair. But the butterfly needs that struggle, right? To thrive, to be
Mhm.
the beautiful butterfly that it is. And it can't without that struggle. And it would sure probably seem warm and cozy to stay in that cocoon.
Or to get help because the struggle's so
Yeah,
hard.
exactly. But yeah, and I really think that's God's will for us, and that He wants us. He calls us to be better. He calls us up. Uh, but you're right. Yeah, it's not just your life is to be happy and without struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, struggle is part of life. Jesus said, "In the world you will have trouble,
Hmm.
but take heart."
Yeah, yeah. And so then how do we then come at those problems and attack that work that's needed to be done with not a heavy heart, with a light heart, you
Yeah.
know?
With peace and rest.
Yeah,
So let's talk about it. One thing that I love, you're going to share the context.
there is context. Yes.
So context matters.
Yep.
If I talk about squishing bugs anywhere else, people are going to be wondering what kind of childhood I had.
Yeah.
Here, because you have context about me, that I have ADHD and sometimes weird things come out of my mouth. And you have the understanding that Joel brought it up.
And it was Joel's fault. I'm used to
So
that.
in scripture, we always want to take a look at the context. Who's talking? What do we know about them? Who are they talking to? That
Hmm.
kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So if we look at this in the chapter of Matthew 11, uh, this is at the end, the last two verses of Matthew 11. So he says this, and it's this great stamp of finality. But what was happening before is at the beginning of the chapter, I believe this is when John had sent his followers to Jesus and
Oh,
say, "Hey,
John the Baptist?
yeah, John the Baptist." Not John the disciple that Jesus loved. But John the Baptist sent his disciples to Jesus and said, "Hey, are you the one we should be waiting for?
Yeah, are
Or
you the
should
guy?
yeah, are you the dude or should we keep looking?" And of course, Jesus in his way didn't just say, "Yep."
No.
He poses a question, right? And then he talks a little bit, and then he rebukes the Pharisees, as he also does often, and he starts saying, quoting another scripture where he says, "Oh, we danced, but you didn't sing. We did all
Mm.
these things, but you didn't participate." And then Jesus said, John came uh, in his wildly ways, and you all said he had a demon. And then the Son of Man comes, him, and is going hanging out with sinners, and you say that he's a glutton and a drunkard. So he's
Yeah.
pointing out all these opposites
Mm-hmm.
on how everybody had missed it. And then this is what leads then into Jesus saying this. But Jesus then reveals his unity, his oneness with the Father.
Ooh.
And is what he's doing is saying, let me. Okay, I just needed to pull it up here. So Jesus starts talking about the judgment for the unbelievers and those who did not listen. And then he gives this prayer in Matthew 25. No, Matthew 11:25. And he says, "O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, thank you for hiding these things from those who think themselves wise and clever and revealing them to the childlike. Yes, Father, it pleased you to do it this way." And he says, "My Father has entrusted everything to me. No one truly knows the Son except the Father, and no one truly knows the Father except the Son, and those to whom the Son chooses to reveal him." And so what Jesus then is saying with the verses now that follows right after that, that we've gone through, is basically, let me reveal him to you. And he's inviting people to come and listen to him and follow him and find out who the Father is.
Yeah. And so having these verses about rest come right after that.
Mhm.
There's something about knowing God and the way he does things
Yeah.
that will result in rest.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then if we look back at, so who is Jesus rebuking? He's always, when he's rebuking people, it was the religious leaders, right?
Yeah.
It was those who felt like they were too good, they knew everything, and they weren't going to listen to him. And the people that were under them were tired,
Mm.
and they were oppressed by these religious leaders, all the laws and their demand to be perfect. And Jesus here is bringing the upside down kingdom, right?
Yeah.
Saying like, no, 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 it's not like that. You don't need to bow down to the Pharisees and all this, but it is actually much simpler. You just need to come to me, come to God as a child. Let me show you the way that it should be. It's not a
It's
heavy burden.
yeah, it's relational.
Exactly. Yeah. Whereas the Pharisees were all about, you got these 600, how many is it? 600?
613 in the Old Testament.
Okay, yeah.
But then did you know that they added like 1,000 plus more rule?
Wow.
It's crazy when you look at the traditions of the Pharisees. They it started out in a good place. And I feel like a lot of times our own performances, our own striving, it starts in a good place.
Mhm.
And they wanted to keep the 613 laws that are found in the first 5 books of the Bible. They wanted to keep those so well that they started making add-ons. Like, okay, to keep ceremonial clean, we're going to have to wash our hands in these ways at this time frame with this type of water and this type of rag. And then the one law of like, hey, you should clean your hands becomes so much more burdensome because I can't just clean my hands anywhere at any time. It has to be at specific times.
Mhm.
And if I don't, then I'm breaking the laws or the traditions, really. And then I'm out of step and I've shamed my family, and my entire community knows that I didn't wash my hands at the right time and with the right soap at the right place.
And all that pressure just from something like that.
Yes. And there are so many additional traditions. It's not the laws that God gave them for their goodness and their, set apart as a holy nation status. It's all of these additional pressures that the Pharisees and the teachers over hundreds of years, it's not one guy that came in and was like, I'm going to make your life miserable,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? But it's just like being perfect is difficult. And so to make it easier, they made IKEA instructions, the ones I keep asking. But then anyone who's building a shelf has to do it exactly the IKEA way. There's no other way to do it.
Yeah.
But what if you don't have the right, uh, same wood or the same tools? Or what if you have a life that needs a bigger or smaller shelf? There are so many little gray areas in
Yeah.
humanity,
Yeah.
and the Pharisees were only black and white.
Yeah. And what if they didn't include all the screws that you need?
Right?
That's the worst. So you could call IKEA, or you could just go find one that you can, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's really interesting. Jesus actually described the Pharisees later in Matthew 2. In Matthew 23:4, he said, they crush people with unbearable religious demands and never lift a finger to ease the burden. Everything they do is for show.
Mm,
And
interesting.
I think that if we're not careful,
Mhm.
as Christians, as like a big blanket statement, we can do that too.
Yes. So funny. I literally just wrote that down.
Really?
Yeah, that note. Yeah, maybe that's what the Lord is wanting us to address. Yeah,
Yeah.
tell me more.
I think that we have these religious expectations because of our own traditions,
Mhm.
right? Whether you grew up with stained glass, wooden pews and hymnals, or you grew up with concrete floors and soundproofing and fog machines.
Mm,
Like you have your own expectations of what church life looks like. And those are sometimes our comfort zones,
mhm.
sometimes our preferences. But if we are unaware that it is just a preference, or it is just a comfort or a tradition, it's not the way, then we can start to judge people who don't do it the same way,
Yeah.
or make people feel uncomfortable if they suggest doing something different. That comes down through dress codes and
Yeah.
the music you listen to or the people you hang out with.
Yeah.
And we have to be very careful to not become pharisaical.
Yes. Pharisaical.
Pharisaical?
Yeah.
Don't be a Pharisee.
Don't be Pharisee-ish like. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's the last 10, 20 years, there's all these reboot films, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think of, well, there's Wicked.
Yeah.
What's the other one with Angelina Jolie? Maleficent? That one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Where they're explaining the backstory of the villain,
Yeah.
right? And I dislike that in so many ways, but it kind of it gives me that sort of flavor of the Pharisees here. Like, we look at the Pharisees and like, oh, they're the enemies. Jesus yelled at them, flipped
Those
through tables.
whitewashed tombs, those
Ugh.
brood of vipers.
Yeah. They're so bad. Yeah, Jesus, get them. But you're totally right in that we have that same ability to fall, and yeah, none of them came in and wanted to make everybody's life miserable.
No, they were
None of them wanted.
literally trying to be easily identified as God's people.
Yes, they're trying to do the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
but in so doing, yeah, they got so blind and just created rules. And we have to do this with ministry stuff often,
Yeah.
right? We have to have standards. If you have a worship team of 3 people, it's easy to manage. If you have 100 people, it's a lot more different and more difficult. And
Yeah.
there's different things you have to specify that, I've had to run across all those things and over my years. And it's really easy then to figure out like, okay, what do we need to do to fix this? Okay, well, what do we need to do to fix this? Okay. And then next thing you know,
You have a pamphlet of 100 different rules.
exactly, this is how you are on the worship team. And what Jesus is inviting the people out of is out of the legalistic, you have to do it this way, the IKEA instructions way,
Mm-hmm.
and inviting us follow him where it is not about rules, but it's about grace.
Yeah. Jesus is saying all of those add-ons are unnecessary burdens.
Yeah.
They actually distract from the goal,
Yeah.
which was to be in right relationship with God.
Yeah.
And so Jesus says, hey, you want to be in right relationship with God? I'm here as like the embodiment of God. If you know me, you know my Father.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that in the first chapter of John and in Colossians 2 and all over the place where Jesus is described as the fullness of God himself. And talking in a place that you could see him and see how he interacts with all sorts of different people
Yeah.
and how he handles different situations.
And that's exactly what he's leading into in verses 26 and 27.
Yeah.
When he's talking about nobody knows the Father but the Son. Nobody knows the Son but the Father. And then this pivot where he says, come to me, I will show you the Father. And so that's our context of how we get to this invitation from Jesus. And then he lays out this table and says, I've got a way better way for you guys. Come and watch. Come and learn.
I like it. Should I read the passage one more time?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So again, this is Matthew 11, 28 through 30. And we're reading in the the New Living Translation, just in case you were curious. Then Jesus said, come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light.
Would you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Look up the Message version.
Ooh, I always love checking the Message.
I do too. When I'm studying something, I usually read in either NIV or NLT. And then
That's
when I
my
really
go-to.
want to, okay, yeah. And then when I want to really unpack it, I'll go to the really literal side. I'll go
Mhm.
the NASB or the ESV. And then I love bouncing it off of Eugene Peterson. Sometimes I know it's contentious with some people. I don't think there's any reason to get all uproared about it, but
Nope.
it's a very different look that gets to the heart really well, I
Yeah.
think.
So I teach a couple Bible classes throughout the year,
Yes, you do.
and as part of that, I always talk about translations when I'm in my Bible class. And the point is you need to find a Bible reading that you can understand easily. Some of you love reading Shakespeare. You do your King James version, and some of you are like, I don't read anything ever. Please read the Message. It's so much easier for your brain. I also usually start with the New Living Translation.
Ah,
That's kind of the middle of the road. It's called a meaning for meaning or thought for thought.
okay. Yep.
And then I go to a very studious academic one. I like the amplified version.
Oh,
Yep. And so it will tell me all the different ways you could interpret the Hebrew or Greek word tired.
oh, funny. I thought the amplified was a lot more on the thought for thought
Oh,
because it
no.
seems, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I will read it even more now.
And then I like the Message too, or the modern English.
Mm.
Both are fun. But
Oh,
here's
no.
the message. Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me and you will recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me, work with me, watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill fitting on you. Keep company with me, and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. Mm,
Unforced rhythms.
of grace.
Yeah. When this verse first like piqued my ears was probably about 10 years ago. I got invited to a live recording of Brian Dirksen. You
Oh,
remember Brian
yeah.
Dirksen?
Yeah.
So our good friends Lisa and Ruben live up in Fort Langley, and Lisa used to watch his kids. And so they knew Brian, and I got to meet him. We got to go hang out at their house. So that was pretty cool. But through Lisa, I got an invitation to this recording project they did, and he wrote that to a song.
Ooh, I
It
like
was
it.
really cool, and I didn't know it was the verse until after I heard his song. But it was neat because we got to get a scratch recording, and then
Mm-hmm.
we were supposed to listen to it and just be prepared for the night of worship, and then we had to bring a white piece of cloth and had to bring a nail. It was really cool. But that's, hearing that phrase, "Learn the unforced rhythms of grace," is just a great way to think about it too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love that.
There were some really fun words in there, but I want to focus maybe, or you're recommending we focus on the verbs. Because
Mm,
oftentimes we struggle with how do I do rest?
yeah,
And instead of focusing on rest being the verb, Jesus uses three very specific verbs
yeah,
that we don't often associate with rest.
true, yeah.
So break it down for us.
Break it down. QMC Hammer,
Dun,
but not really.
dun, dun.
Hey,
Now it's in
nice.
my head.
Hey, that's good. We shared that
Yeah.
musical reference. Yeah, so the three things I think we can walk away from are the verbs. And the first is come. Jesus invites us to approach him, to come. Where the Pharisees said, do, you got to do this, do that. Jesus says, come.
Hmm.
So right there at the outset, it's not about doing or laws or tasks. It's about just being with him.
Yeah.
So it's about come to him.
I think that's really interesting because oftentimes how you would learn to do something from someone is you'd follow them in the ancient Jewish culture. Who, if you were going to learn from a teacher, you would be their disciple,
Hmm.
someone who attends them, follows them, walks in their dust, in their shadows. And I think this is kind of the same imagery that Jesus is evoking is come with me.
Yeah.
You don't have to stand there and try to figure it out on your own. Come watch me. Come talk with me. Come follow in my footsteps.
And it's still the invitation today.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. That's a really good point. Yeah. This rest that he wants for us, that he has for us, begins with surrender, not with self improvement, not
Can
with the frantic runaround.
tell me more about this because surrender seems to be a Christianese word.
Mm,
And I don't
that's true.
know that we often take time to figure out what this looks like.
I will paint a word picture for you because this is kind of how I understand it. And
I like
again,
I like word pictures.
good. Again, I'm not the best at this. Just ask my wife and kids. I am not the best at this, but I think surrender looks like, imagine you're cooking a large dinner. Let's go Thanksgiving dinner. Imagine that you are responsible for 5 of the 8 dishes
Mhm.
that are going to be shared. The time is ticking. Things are burning. One of the ovens breaks. One of your ovens, because you're rich. You have 2 ovens, I guess, in this word
My
picture.
stress level is rising.
Yeah, yeah. But things are breaking. You realize that your eggs are cracked and the milk is bad. You just notice all these things that you forgot to get, and the time is counting down, and you're like an hour from dinner time. So feel that in your chest.
I feel
You
it.
feeling that?
Yes, I feel like all of us listeners have some point in time like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah. It is that moment where you come to grips with, this is not going to happen. And I did my best, and I'm okay with that. This is not going to happen. So let's stop trying to make this happen, and let's go with a new plan.
Ooh.
That's kind of what I feel like it is. Stop trying to make dinner happen. It's not going to happen. Thank
Fetch.
you. Thank you. Thank you. But I view it like that because I think the rest that the reason we're not feeling the rest is because we're in this runaround
Mm,
where you, Sarah, or me, we all have 7 different plates that we're spinning, like
yeah.
those circus things where they spin plates on top of a pole,
Mhm.
right? We all have these things, and we just need to just do a little touch on each of these items real quick just to make sure they keep going. And oh my gosh, I better get to that one. Oh my gosh, that, oh, I forgot about this one. We're all running around and trying to keep everything good and together. And Jesus is lovingly inviting us to stop
Yeah.
and to realize that you don't have to do all that to be good or
Mhm.
to be with God.
Yeah.
Eh,
I think that's so good. I like that word picture with the plates too, because sometimes if I continue to keep all the things spinning, right, I'm going to choose to stress myself out. And then when someone's like, "Hey, I just need help for 1 week. Can you spin my plate too?" And you're like, "Of course, because I'm a nice person that thinks of others." And then I have 8. And all of a sudden that 1 week turns into a month. And like things just go so quickly,
mhm.
so chaotically.
Yeah.
And Jesus is like, "Hey, you can either eventually find out that you are not God when all the things start to break,
Mm,
or let's just stop some of those plates.
yeah.
Let's surrender your initial expectation that you could be God."
Yeah. It, I'm in my Bible reading plan right now. I'm in Exodus, and God is just talking about Sabbath.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a huge purpose of Sabbath, is for us to stop
Hmm.
and realize that the world keeps going.
God keeps everything spinning.
Hmm.
He still provides what you need.
Hmm.
It's actually not you providing everything
Yeah.
and making it happen.
Yep. Good job trying and working at all the things.
You are
But
partnering with God very well.
yes.
That's awesome. Also, you are a minor partner.
Yeah. Let's not overinflate our understanding of our roles.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know, help me, maybe find a Bible verse. I don't want to bend scripture around my own ideas, but you talk about assimilating somebody else's plate.
Hmm.
Like that's a real thing,
We
right?
want to carry one another's burdens.
Yeah, we got friends, we have family, and there's things that we want to do. But there is also this place where we need to healthily remember boundaries.
Yeah. Hmm.
I dare say there would be times where God's advice, where the Holy Spirit would tell you, you don't need to own that person's this
Yes.
thing, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Because it's not good for you, not good for them.
Yeah. I have some beautiful friends in my life we are all helping one another through this right now.
Mm.
So for my own life, I'm currently getting my master's and working full time. And I have a senior in high school, and I have another 13-year-old daughter. And I like to see my husband occasionally, and all the other things that also have to happen, like laundry and community and personal health. Sleep should happen occasionally. you
Mm,
know?
they say.
Yeah. So, what happens when a friend goes through something traumatic? How do I assess how much I can help? Because I don't want to not be a friend,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And so it's been really beautiful having this community of friends who are all figuring out how do we do this well. And so one thing that I've discovered is I could say, "Hey, I want to know. I have bandwidth to always know how you're doing. Genuinely know how you're doing." And in this day and age, sometimes that is a huge gift and a
Mhm.
rare treat to have someone just allow you to feel all of your feels, good, bad, and everything in between. And then I assess and say, "Okay, it sounds like she might need someone to pick up her kid from school today so she doesn't have to race, or she can be with the other kid that's sick or whatever."
Mm.
And then I can genuinely look at my calendar and without debilitating my family or throwing everything else off, can I do that? If I can, I offer. If I can't, I wish I could help you today. Would you like help finding someone who can? Or you just have to be real.
Yeah.
You have to get real.
Oh, you beat me to it. Would you say that one needs to get real?
Right? But sometimes I can't be the weekly chauffeur for the kid for post school.
Mhm.
But like this week, I was telling you, this week is an odd lull in my chaotic schedule.
Yeah.
I haven't started my next seminary class. I'm done teaching a class. Everything is just fallen into alignment.
Sarah set up the whole studio today.
I
Look at
did.
this. Isn't it great?
And I could do that, right?
Yeah.
And when you have those moments, that's an opportunity, one, to rest,
Mhm.
but also sometimes rest is an act of service for someone else. Getting outside your own chaotic self focus and serving someone else.
That's good. That was a big light bulb for me right there.
Yeah?
That's good. I hadn't even thought about that. But totally, as Jesus invites us, um, he's inviting us to a better way. When he
Mhm.
says, "Come to me," he's inviting us to follow his teachings, follow his way. And that's not all just finding ways to get things done more efficiently so you can
No.
have an extra 5 minutes.
No.
That is how he's inviting us to allow him to change our heart and change our actions. And yeah, that is by treating others as better than ourselves,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well, and we're supposed to wash one another's feet. We're
Serving.
supposed
Yeah.
to serve.
Yeah.
And if you look at the next phase of our passage, it's take the yoke.
Hmm.
Do you know what a yoke is?
I
I bet
do.
you do.
I do. Yeah. Inside an egg. Uh,
Ha ha, dad joke.
I do know what a yoke is. It is a piece of wood,
Hmm.
typically, that I was going to say lassos. That's not it, but it connects two oxen together as they're pulling a plow to
Yeah,
plow a field. Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Have you ever seen someone make a yoke?
No.
I got to see this once. It was a carpenter guy, right? And so he takes it and he makes the rough shape. It's like imagine the horizons line and then a little bump up and then another horizon line. Like
Mm.
so the sun is coming peeking over the horizon.
Hmm. Mm.
That
Hmm.
shape. And that little bump goes over the neck of an oxen, or they actually make like water yokes for humans to have buckets hanging on either side, so it go over your neck.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, but so that's the kind of general shape. So the carpenter carves the general shape, and then he takes it to the oxen that it is going to sit on, and he sees where it would rub odd, and he carves it to that specific cattle's structure, bone structure, muscle structure, the way that they move their heads weird. The goal is that it never rubs that oxen in a way that leaves blisters or sores. The carpenter specifies the yoke to the individual user.
It is a custom fit,
It is
quite literally.
custom fit. And Jesus does that for us too.
Hmm.
He is the carpenter. He grew up as a carpenter. He would have known exactly what this means. In that kind of rural area,
Hmm.
he would know.
Yeah.
And he does that for each of us. He knows each one of us by name. All of the different apostles and his disciples did not have the same jobs.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
They each had their own giftings and role within their community. And never once did he expect John to be as forceful as Peter, or Peter to be as poetic as John, you know?
Or Peter to be as fast as John
Yeah.
when running to the tomb.
Or they had Bartholomew and someone else, I forget, in Acts who took care of the widows and the
Mm.
orphans.
Mhm.
Stephen was one of those.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But like you have different tasks, and the role that Jesus wants to show you in life will not feel like it's giving you blisters.
Mhm.
It's not going to rub you raw and make you exhausted. It's going to feel comfortable and familiar and easy.
Yeah. Yeah, the Greek word here for easy is can also be interpreted as well-fitting. So
Yeah.
when Jesus invites us, that it is a custom tailored fitting yoke for us.
Mhm.
And I think it's interesting too. I don't know about this, maybe you do, but when he's speaking as a response to the way the Pharisees are running things, right? But I don't think that there is really a yoke involved. Like
For
it
the
was,
Pharisees?
yeah, the Pharisees and the people.
No.
Okay, yeah. So he's what he's speaking to also is that it was very individualistic in a sense, where hey, all y'all are trying to do the right thing. Let me help you.
Yeah.
So that's what the yoke speaks. Like, come, let's do it together. And when you can't, I will carry you.
Yeah. I had someone ask me once, is the yokes in Jesus' day, was it like a person with water carrying all them by themselves, or was it like two oxen together?
Oh, that's a good
And
question.
I was like, that's a great question. And so I did some looking up in the Bible, and the other places you see yokes, it's talking about don't be unequally yoked,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's in First Corinthians,
I think so.
I think. But that means that you have someone else that you are yoked with.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
And so the other biblical contexts that I could find were two things being yoked together. So two cattle, two humans.
Okay.
And so I agree. You're going to be yoked with Jesus. He says, my yoke. So he's on one end and you're on the other. And I don't know if you ever read Little House on the Prairie growing up. It's been a hot minute. But they have one book in the series that's a farmer boy. And it talks about Almanzo, who eventually grows up to marry Laura, who's the main character of Little House on the Prairie. Anyway, and so Almanzo actually was given early in this book two baby calves, and he is going to grow them up, and they would be his team of oxen,
Mm.
but he has to train them. And so part of that is identifying which oxen is going to be the lead. So when you have two together, you have one that is the lead oxen, and the other one follows, and they try to mimic each other. They should be well paired,
Mm.
but one is the lead. And Jesus is our lead. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to carry the bulk of this. I'm going to help with the steering. You just got to follow me. Just be in step with me.
That's all.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the lead.
No.
Yet I continue to try.
Well,
Don't
yeah.
we all?
Oh, absolutely.
So this doesn't, yeah, a good thing to think about. This doesn't remove responsibility.
Or action.
Yeah. Yeah. We still carry part of the load, but Jesus promises now we're not doing that by ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's easy and doable.
Hmm. And
Easier.
I think that with the Pharisees, and like we were saying earlier, sometimes with our own selves,
Mm-hmm.
not only are we trying to keep tradition and all the rules, but we take pride in our performance
True.
or how we're perceived to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing, Joel? Oh, I'm busy. Yeah, but I'm good.
Yeah. Oh,
Busy
so
but
busy.
good. Busy but good.
Yeah.
Like,
Tired. Busy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, all my plates are spinning. You should see all the different plates. And if I'm not careful, even my own telling of all the different things that are going on in my life right now could be a pride point. Like, oh, I'm able to do all of these things at the same time. You know, we have to be careful of the performative nature
Yeah.
that we are bringing to what we're taking on in life.
Yeah. You know, that reminds me, 6 years ago, something like that, I had a like 2-year Bible streak going.
Wow.
So if you're on Bible app, right?
That's impressive.
I was proud of it. I was
Yeah.
very proud of it. And I remember a few times in church where I'd pull open my Bible app and it would cross my mind like, I wonder if this person sees. My streak number.
Mm.
I wonder if they see it. I set it on my leg there. Like, I'll just leave it there if somebody
Just in
sees it.
case they look over and see my streak.
Yeah, exactly. And that was one of those plates that I was trying to spin, and how quickly, I mean, not quickly, but progressively, I guess, in a sense, that my trying to know God and be a follower of Jesus became an idol to me.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And when we do that with careers or parenting, like, oh, my kid has never been sent to the principal's office, or well, my kid always likes to go to church.
My kid's doing this. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's great.
My
Yeah.
kid made the A B team. I don't know. I don't know sports.
Varsity.
The impressive one.
The gooder team.
Yeah. Or, is it just your own home? Is your home always picture perfect and ready for guests?
Mm,
And do you take great pride and satisfaction in that? Is that how you know you can rest because you achieved your home's perfection state for that
mm.
day? Oof.
Yeah. These are all yokes that we're currently wearing,
Yeah, they are
right?
burdens that we are connecting ourselves to.
Hmm. And Jesus, in this section here, in this part with take, Jesus is inviting us to throw that off
Mm-hmm.
and to replace it with his.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how we apply this, come to Jesus, and then take
His yoke.
his yoke upon us. And then he invites us to learn. And in the message, it said, learn the unforced rhythms of grace.
Yeah.
This is learn. So this again shows that it's not like how the Pharisees were telling the people to do it. But there's grace there, right? There's like,
Yeah.
hey, come try and fail and get back up. Try and fail, get back up. That's what learn. Uh,
Is illicits?
yeah, thank you. Yeah, does makes me think of. Yeah.
So I did a little deep dive on this one in the
Mm.
original language. Mothaneo, I think is how you say it.
Montaneo. Cool.
Mothaneo. It is so oftentimes when you look at like rules, like for a game or driver's ed, right?
Mm.
You're going to memorize certain rules.
Hmm.
This is acquired knowledge.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. That is not this word.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is a mental action that implies reflection or
Mm.
meditation on information in order to gain understanding,
Hmm.
not to acquire the knowledge itself, but to understand. So,
Mm.
a good way to envision what this looks like is Sherlock Holmes.
Mm.
I always love using Sherlock Holmes in talking about the Bible because I think he did a really good job of active meditation.
Okay. Wherein he would go into a crime scene and
And
be
he would
considerate.
observe.
Yeah.
He would do his best to observe every detail, right? And so he would see, like in this situation, if we are coming to Jesus to follow him, to observe how life can look like
Yeah.
in doing things in God's image, in God's way, we observe everything. And then we pick up all of the habits that we are needing to carry with us, or all the details of the scene that we need to carry away,
Mm.
right? Okay, I need to know these things. And then you go back, and I imagine Sherlock Holmes leaning over the fireplace with his pipe, maybe some violin music in the background,
Mm-hmm.
and he contemplates all the pieces of information that he's gleaned. And he thinks about it until he understands what's happened and what needs to happen next or what will happen next.
Mm.
This is not just like a Buddhist monk on a hilltop.
Thinking of life,
No,
pondering life. Yeah.
this is you have been active in observation. You want to find understanding,
Hmm.
and you're going to meditate on, contemplate or reflect on that information in a very active and engaged way.
Mm. That's good. That reminds me also then of it's similar to the counseling practice. Can be,
Ooh,
right? So
yeah.
a good biblical counselor will help us help talk through whatever the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have this. I have this behavior, and then meditating on what does Scripture say about that, and then the whole idea is to get to the bottom of why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Those sorts of things. Yeah. But that totally does not sound like a quick, frantic thing. Like when you talk
Yeah.
about Sherlock Holmes, that is not a fast, like, bam, 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 bam.
Did it.
Yeah.
I
Showing
learned.
up
I
to a crime
rest.
scene, like fill out my forms, take my pictures, boom, we solved it, right?
No.
No.
It's like a slow walk around,
Mm.
observing things, pausing, pondering, asking questions.
And this is where the rest comes from, I think, or one of the places, because our human tendency is to want to do it fast.
I would push a little bit.
Really?
Yes, I think our culture has trained us that that is the best option.
Mm.
But the reason we feel
Hmm.
ill at ease is it is actually not what our human nature needs
Okay.
or
Yeah.
desires.
Yeah. Yeah.
But being quick, processing information, getting tasks done in our modern society, those are deemed as the most valuable traits.
Yep. Yeah.
How efficient are you?
How many tasks can you get done in a day?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jesus asks us to follow him, and that is going to be a slower process. And he helps us work through things and he refines us, but it's all done by this
Matheneo.
Mataneo. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the meditating on a mystery. Because
Mhm.
sometimes we even think like, okay, I'm going to do my daily devotions. I'm going to meditate on Matthew 11:28 through 30. Yes, that's good. I have now achieved everything I needed to know from Matthew 11:28 through 30. No, this is a lifelong mystery. Like, how does this actually look
Mm,
day in, day out? I know what it looks like maybe when I was 28, but I am now not 28. And so it's going to look and feel different
yeah.
than it used to. Or maybe you're in a different place. Maybe you're the same age, but everything in life around you has changed. It's going to be different, and that's actually a beautiful thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And sometimes I think we feel shame if we don't understand something quickly, or
Hmm.
shame if we have to adjust our understanding.
Yeah. I think oftentimes I feel confused and frustrated when I'm invited into that, and when I have those moments where I realize like I'm not gonna figure this all out right now. But yeah, Jesus' invitation is not an instant relief, right?
Yeah.
But that's where I tend to get frustrated. Like I get a command or I get something like, okay, I need to do this. I want to do it all right now. Can
Mm-hmm.
I get that all done and finish it right now, please? And that's just not realistic. And I think that's where a lot of the rest can come from. And maybe this is more personal for me, but that's what Jesus is inviting us into, to have a principle, to have a thought, to have something from him, and realize that this is something we're going to chew on for a bit.
Yeah.
We're not going to just finish this in 5 minutes. And then being able to take that breath and submit yourself to the slow, long process and realize
Yeah.
that this is okay. I don't need to do all this right now. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay for that. I'm not lazy. I'm not slacking off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm following Jesus, and it's a long, what did Eugene Peterson said? A long obedience in the same direction.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
Yeah. Long obedience in the same direction.
Yeah.
I was at a women's retreat recently, and the whole um, vibe of the retreat was called Come Away With Me, Beloved.
Mm,
And while this wasn't the sole verse used, that was very much the vibe, right? Like, you are running frantically. You need a place to breathe. Jesus would go away to a quiet place. Jesus himself, the image of God on earth, would literally step away from all of the very good tasks he was doing, healing people, casting out demons, preaching truth, all of that.
hmm.
And he would regularly step away to pray and breathe and be alone. And so our speaker encouraged us to ask God, like, what do I need to believe right now? And so one of the things that I needed to believe is that I'm not short on time, right? As a human,
Mm.
as a mother, as a friend, as a daughter, all the different things. I am not short on time because time is in my Father's hands.
Mhm.
He knows exactly what I need to do and when is the best time to do it. He will give me more time if I need it and he thinks I need it. He will shorten the time if he thinks I'm spending too much time somewhere.
Hmm.
Time is not mine to manage.
Yep.
I do not have to worry about the time I have left with my kids or getting all the tasks done in a day.
Mm.
I do not have to worry about time. Instead, I can enjoy the moments when I see the sunrise and I know that God is just smiling when I smile to see the sun colors.
Mm.
Or I can just enjoy the time of being a horrible practitioner of French with my youngest as we try to use Duolingo. I don't have to get it done quickly. I don't have to be efficient all the time. I can just reside in the moment. And I think that that's kind of what this learn is. We can reside in the process of learning, of contemplation, without feeling the pressure to achieve or arrive at the quote unquote destination. The meditation, the dwelling, is the destination.
Yeah, that's really good.
Mm.
Or, as the French say, "oui."
Bien.
Oh, I almost said "si."
So,
So, to kind of wrap this up, Jesus invites us to come, to take, and to learn. And I wanted to ask that question again that we asked at the beginning. Why do we often not feel it?
mm,
And I don't have an exact answer, but I feel like the theme here is what we need to do to effectively come and take and learn. It would be good for all of us to evaluate our priorities
yep.
and then begin the process of asking Jesus through prayer and through study of the word what his priorities are, and then line ours up with his
Mm,
and be ready to drop some of them.
yeah. Sometimes it's realizing like that pie will never get done because the oven is broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is okay.
Yeah.
We are not going to have pie today.
That is the saddest statement I've ever heard in my life.
And
But
it's
no, you're
okay to
right.
mourn, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
okay to acknowledge, like, oh, I'm sad. I had this expectation or hope, and it's not going to happen.
Okay, that's a really good point, and I think that a lot of franticness in life these days comes because we don't know that.
Yeah.
But life does have sad things.
Hmm.
We will have things that don't happen that we wanted to happen, and that doesn't mean that we did something wrong,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
Sometimes it's not your fault, but like the pie's not gonna happen, and we need to learn with those things to be like, "Okay, this sucks, I hate it, but it is what it is."
Hmm.
And, I don't need to have that color my view of myself,
Yeah.
and I can still move forward.
You can still have a great Thanksgiving dinner without pie.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
that
what
is
yeah.
why I show up. But, some people prefer the turkey. But I think there's that, but also like adjusting our expectations.
Mm,
So sometimes it's not the priorities that need to be adjusted or let go of, but just my expectation of the day
mm,
or of what being mom looks like.
mhm,
Um, if I don't adjust my expectations and accept the reality of my limitations or the changing space we're in, whatever's going on, it's going to be much more difficult for me to rest if I'm grasping on to unmet expectations.
yeah. I kinda face this every day where I like to start my day off with my day planner.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I will just, scatter into all
Squirrel.
sorts of things. Yeah. And I constantly fight against the whole less is more, and I feel like I should be able to write down 7 major tasks today, and I get 4 of them done. And it's not because I'm not doing well, it's just it's not possible,
Yeah.
right?
We
And
set an unrealistic expectation.
exactly. I should be able to do this, but it's not realistic, and that's where a lot of, frantic living comes from and disappointment. And so, yeah, I think I would sum up with what Jesus is inviting us to as well, and maybe this is for me, slow down.
Yeah.
Just slow down.
Sometimes less is okay.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes it's, yeah, I don't even need to add to that. Sometimes less is okay.
Yeah. I had a really good question at this retreat where the come away. And if you're listening, Mariah, she was fabulous. She's got a brand new podcast out, Fishbowl.
Ooh.
Um, but she asked this question, who do you want Jesus to be?
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, our God is the God of many different titles, and he can do many, many things. But sometimes I want him to be my power, not my rest.
Mm.
Sometimes I want him to be sovereign and provider, um, but less my comfort. Because I don't want to be comforted. I don't want to need comfort. I want to go get the things done.
Yeah.
And so if you're feeling frantic, think about what role are you inviting Jesus to play
Mm.
right now?
Well, that's really good. I got to chew on that one for a long time.
And
Not
you
an
can.
immediate thing.
And that's the goal, is to chew on it
Yeah.
daily and ask, okay, Jesus, who am I allowing you to be? Who am I inviting you to be right now? Am I everything, the sole priority of my day? Or am I actually asking you to be a backseat passenger?
Mm.
Is it Toby Mac who has the song about
Gain the whole world and
I
lose
don't
my
want to
soul.
be a backseat driver, like
Oh,
al-
I think so. Yeah.
allowing Jesus to be the one who guides the day.
Yeah.
And sometimes we are the backseat driver. We're going like,
Oh
you
man, all
missed your
the
turn.
time.
You missed your turn. Wait, we have to stop and get eggs, you know?
Like just this one thing. Just one more. Just one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's coming to the fair this year. You hear that?
I know
That's pretty crazy.
my mommy bought us tickets. I'm so
Ah,
excited.
nice.
But yeah, so think about who do you want Jesus to be in your day?
Nice. I like that. That's really good. I think for yeah, what are you taking away from this? Or is that kind of your takeaway?
I think there's that, but also maybe shifting the way I think about things, about my stress or rest.
Mm.
Have you heard about living on the other side of the butt?
No? Does that mean I should lean this way now instead?
So I heard this from a gal who's a professor at college, King's College, maybe. I don't remember her name, but she was on a podcast I listened to a while back. So she said she learned it from somewhere, and it's living on the other side of the butt. And what that means is oftentimes we will say, I know that Jesus is the Prince of Peace, but I just feel stressed and anxious. Brain scientist humans, whatever that role is, they have actually shown that the last thing you say is what you take away.
Oh, interesting.
So the last thing you hear is what you take away. This is why pastors, preachers, teachers end with the most
Mm.
important point,
Yep.
right? And so, what if we lived on the other side of that butt and we said, I am feeling stressed and anxious right now, but I know that Jesus is the Prince of Peace.
Ah, so flip flop it.
Yeah, you flip flop it. Instead of going with, I know that God is good all the time, but my
Mm.
life sucks. You would walk away with, my life sucks.
Yeah,
Or you could say, life sucks right now, but I know God is good.
that's good. Other
So,
side of the butt.
yeah,
That's awesome.
it makes you giggle.
It does, but it's butt with one T.
One
I'm pretty
T.
sure, right? Yeah.
So, how about you? What are you going to do to embody rest or to take, come, learn? What are you going to do?
I think for me it is embracing slowing down. And I say it slowly, be ironically, because I guess I'm still wrestling with what does that like how
What
so
thing do you put down? What plate do you stop
yeah,
spinning?
how do I stop? I yeah, I am a very active person, but I feel like that's what I'm taking away from this is find the places to slow down and be more mindful about when I'm just filling up my time and am I avoiding silence? Things like that.
Am I
Uh,
adding tasks to achieve better recognition, performance evaluations? acceptance.
Yeah. Yeah, because one thing I've learned recently is, I know this is a trait of ADHD, but novelty is really fun.
New shiny.
New shiny things is super fun.
I don't want to do the same jigsaw puzzle every year.
Yeah. Hey, I got this plan to do this thing, and I've done it a bunch of times, and it'll work great. Or I could change it and make it take twice as long.
Brand new problems.
Yeah, and go home frustrated. It'd be great.
Why is that more appealing?
Right? I'm so broken. So I think that's the big thing for me, is this is what it is. Slowing down and doing that by taking more literal deep breaths in the middle of the day and just turning my ears to the Lord and just kind of asking, okay, what would you like me to know, God, about what I have to do the rest of my day, or this next hour I get with my daughter, or something like that. But just being mindful of that instead of always thinking what's next.
Yeah, living in the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Not being afraid of the loss of time or the expenditure of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
I do too.
All right. I think we should read the passage one more time, but you should read it this time.
Okay, that sounds good.
Pick the translation of your choice.
I'm gonna open up my phone and pull up the Eugene Peterson Message version.
I do like that one.
I do too. We're gonna leave with that one today.
Yeah.
And as we do, we would love to know, what is the Lord putting on your heart? How have you found rest? What are you struggling with to find rest? Drop a note in the comments. We'd really love to hear from you.
If you have a good book or resource that you'd recommend.
Yeah.
Or practice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, I didn't reference this, but there's a great book, The Relentless Pursuit of...
What is it? Time, Joy, Relentless Pursuit of... It's John Mark Comer, right?
It's John Mark Comer, yeah. And it's like a bright, reddish, orangish pink book. You can't miss it. It is so good.
Yeah.
I'd highly recommend. And so if you're really looking to pursue this, The Relentless Pursuit of...
No, that's a movie.
No. Oh, wait, do I have it in the notes here?
I don't know.
I should know these things. But just look up The Relentless Pursuit of
John Mark Comer.
We're
relentlessly pursuing
John Mark Comer. There you go, John Mark. But if you're looking for some resources, that is a fantastic place to start. I'd highly recommend it. So let us end with the Message version of Matthew 11:28 through 30. Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me. Get away and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me, and you'll learn to live freely and lightly.